Welcome back to the Miami Real Estate Investing Podcast. I'm your host, Peter Zalewski from Condo Vultures. Condo Vultures is a real estate brokerage as well as a consulting firm. So if you're looking for any kind of brokerage services and or consulting, whether it be expert witness or it's feasibility studies, feel free to reach out to us. And who knows, maybe somebody from my organization can help you out. Let me remind you, if you are listening to this podcast on a traditional platform such as Apple, Google, or Anchor, we do have video capabilities. Simply go to a platform that provides for video, such as Spotify. You can also check us out on YouTube, where the handle is CondoVulturesTV. So for this segment, we're going to talk luxury condos. When you come to South Florida, one of the terms you hear quite a bit, or phrases you hear quite a bit, is luxury this, luxury that, luxury this, luxury that. Luxury, in my mind, means somebody's trying to charge you more, and you pay a premium for something that may or may not be worth it. So as a result, luxury will be thrown around quite a bit. It doesn't matter if it is artwork at a festival, it's luxury artwork. It doesn't matter if it is a bottle of booze at a nightclub. It's a luxury brand, therefore you're going to pay a premium for it. And when it comes to condos, all of them are luxury according to the listing brokers. So in order to take a look at luxury condos, try to get a sense of what's really going on, we've come up with a number, an arbitrary number that we handpicked, and we're going to use it to be able to take a look at the luxury market. And that arbitrary number is $1 million or seven figures. So if a condo is listed or it is sold for $1 million or more, we are deeming it luxury. And if a condo is trading or listed for $999,999, we're calling it standard, normal, par for the course. Nothing special about $999,999 versus $1 million, which suddenly becomes special. Arbitrary number. Are we right? Yes. Are we wrong? Yes. Why? Because nobody knows what the hell luxury is. So keep in mind, when you hear luxury, understand that it's a generic term. It's not going to bring any value whatsoever, but it's used to try to get a higher price out of you. But for this segment, we're going to focus on $1 million or more, and that's what we're going to talk about. So condos, luxury condos, Miami Beach. What do we got on the market? Just over 425 luxury condos for sale, 425. Average asking price for one of these luxury condos, $3.9 million. But more importantly, price per square foot, because that's what condos are all about. The average asking price for a condo in Miami Beach, luxury condo, $1816 and days on the market. Luxury condos have been on the market an average of 158 days. 158 days. Convert that to months, will work out to 5.3 months. 5.3 months. That's somebody that on average, if you list your condo, you're sitting there 5 months without being able to transact the property in Miami Beach right now. Now, pending sales. These are the properties that were listed for sale and now have gone under contract. There's 43 luxury condos that are pending. 43 luxury condos that are pending. The average asking price for those condos when pending, $3.3 million a door, $3.3 million per door, or $1,573 a foot, $1,573 per square foot. And those pending sales of luxury condos, they've been there 99 days. 99 days to be put on the market, as well as to go under contract and waiting to close. Keep in mind, once you do close, it's typically 30 to 60 days after a property goes under contract. If I take the 99 days, convert it into months, I'm working out to 3.3 months, 3.3 months. And then finally close sales in 2022, January through December of 2022. 616 luxury condos traded, 616. They traded at an average price of just under $3.3 million a door, $3.3 million a door, or $1,485 a foot. $1,485 a square foot. And in terms of the entire transaction process, listed, pending, closed, funded, 110 days, 110 converted into months will work out to 3.7 months. 3.7 months is what it took for the entire process in 2022. Now let's take that closed transactions in 2022 of 110 days. Let's compare it to how long the properties that are on the market today have been there, which is 158. You're going to see, if you had 30 to 60 days, if those properties listed today were to go under contract, you're very soon going to be bumping up against that twice as long, that double pace. And what that means is it's taking a hell of a lot longer to sell a luxury condo in Miami Beach in 2023 as it did in 2022. So the natural reaction would be maybe it has to do with pricing. So let's take a look at pricing. Now, on a price per door basis, there's about an 18% spread. 18% spread. Remember, when somebody lists a property for 20% above the average transaction price, anything 20% or less, that's going to send a signal to buyers. Hey, the seller might want to negotiate. When it's way over 20%, it's not worth wasting your time because that seller is caught up in la la land, expecting to get more for the property than it's actually worth. So when I see an 18% difference, that says on a price per door basis, these condos are priced to sell. Remember, the average asking price is $3.9 million for a condo, luxury condo Miami Beach versus the average transaction price was $3.3 million. So maybe price isn't it, but let's take a look at price per square foot. Price per square foot difference, the premium, 22%. So again, right there in that range of 20%. Remember, 1816, what the average asking price is today versus the average transaction price in 2022 was $14.85. So that's it in the ballpark. That suggests that sellers want to sell. The problem is buyers aren't pulling the trigger, and that's why we're seeing the days on market go up. Now, there could be a whole variety of reasons for this. Could be the stock market crash or stock market pullback that occurred in 2022. It could be the collapse of crypto. It could be all the layoffs that are underway throughout the country, especially out in California. Remember, a lot of Californians and New Yorkers were coming to Miami. They were going to live here and they were going to work for companies based out of California or elsewhere. Now we're seeing corporations call people back into the office 3 days a week, possibly 4 days a week, probably never 5 days a week. And maybe this concept, this utopia of living in Miami and working for a California company, maybe it's not necessarily starting to add up. And maybe that's one of the reasons you don't have as many transactions going down for luxury condos in Miami Beach. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, let's look at supply. Let's look at sales pace for 2022. So in 2022, you had 616 transactions. If I divide that by 12, which is 12 months in a year, I'm going to come up with an average number of luxury condos trading per month in 2022 of just over 51 luxury condos, 51 luxury condos. Now let's take that 51 luxury condos that traded in 2022 on average. Let's divide it on what's on the market, which is 426. We're going to come up with 8.3 months of supply based on the sales pace of 2022, 8.3 months. Now, 8.3 months would suggest it is a buyer's market. Why? Because equilibrium is 6 months. Anything less than 6 months would be a seller's market. So if you're looking at the traditional rule of thumb in terms of gauging supply, the luxury condo market in Miami Beach is a buyer's market. Now, some brokers will push back, and this will be their argument, and be on the lookout for it if you hear it. What the argument is, listen, my seller has more money than God, therefore they're not going to negotiate down. They want the full asking price, and if you can't provide that price with an offer, don't even waste your time. That's what you'll hear. That will be the front that a lot of listing brokers will put up. Now, when you bring up the months of supply and you bring up the fact that this looks like a buyer's market, the reaction is typically, well, because the seller has so much money and is in no rush to sell, therefore 6 months should not be equilibrium. Equilibrium should actually be 12 months or it should be 18 months. That would be the argument you hear. It's simply a roundabout way to try to lessen the fact that this market is in a buyer's market. So if you hear 12 months, if you hear 18 months, that typically should suggest to you that somebody is trying to lead you to believe that their luxury product is worth it, when the general rule of thumb is 6 months. So Miami Beach luxury condos are in a buyer's market right now, as we are in April at the end of the winter buying season in South Florida.